The way Hollywood treated actress Dana Plato is by far one of the most heartbreaking stories. Not only was she a rising star, but Dana could have been also a wonderful A-list actress. We all know who Dana Plato is. She played Kimberly in the 1980s TV show Different Strokes. She was beautiful, and you can tell after the show Different Strokes ended, Dana would go on to be a successful actress in Hollywood. But in 1984, she was let go from the show after producers found out she was pregnant. Remember, this was the 1980s, so a young woman being pregnant on national television was still very much taboo. Even though Dana was 20 years old, her pregnancy would have not fit the storyline. I wish they would have kept her on the show because honestly, I think she would have still been here if they did. After she was let go from Different Strokes, you would think that Dana was going to go on to be this successful actress. But for some strange and bizarre reason, that was not the case. It was really hard for her to find jobs after Different Strokes. I could only imagine this was very traumatic for Dana because at this point in her life, she was in her 20s and she was a young mother. Nobody in Hollywood wanted to hire her. She had a young son and she was struggling to support herself and her child. She had a lot of hardships, and this is what led to her becoming depressed and eventually using rugs. And her rug problem was really, really bad. A lot of people think that she was let go from Different Strokes because she had a rug problem, but that was not the full truth. In reality, she was let go from the show because of her pregnancy. Her issues with rugs started way after she starred in Different Strokes. As the years went on, her rug problem got worse. She was in and out of jail several times, and nobody wanted anything to do with her. But what really frustrates me about this story is right before she passed, Dana went on The Howard Stern Show. In May of 1999, Dana went on Howard's show to basically talk about her life and what she was going through at that time. That interview was so bad. People were calling into the show to bash Dana, and Howard Stern, he did not help at all. Howard, being the asshole that he is, asked Dana a personal question that was so disrespectful and humiliating. Howard asked Dana, has she ever thought about taking her own life? And her response was no. Trigger warning, this part is very disturbing. The very next day after Dana did that infamous interview with Howard Stern, she took her own life by swallowing a bottle of pills. And to make matters worse, 11 years later, her son took his own life. I do blame Howard Stern for Dana ending her life. He knew that she was in a vulnerable position and he continued to humiliate her on his show. And I also blame Hollywood for her death. If you're not a valuable actress or actor, the elites in Hollywood will chew you up and spit you out. That's what happened to Dana Plato.